Yeah. Yeah, man, I do it for the fam. Tryna put food on my table, going ham. PYT says she knows who I am.
Hey guys, what is going on? This is Mike or Geekermon bringing you another Destiny video, and today we are going to be looking at my favorite of the Warlock subclasses right now, the Voidwalker. So I'm going to be walking you through all of the steps that I use to make my Voidwalker an absolute beast in the Crucible. I have just loved running this class, and I'm pretty sure after this setup you guys will too. Before we get started, if you do enjoy the video, make sure and smash that like button. I think we can get this video to 100 likes, guys. That would be amazing. And if you want to see more Destiny content like this, make sure you subscribe to join the Geek Squad. Alright guys, now that that is out of the way, let's take a look at the Voidwalker. So up first, we are going to talk about the exotics. Right now, of course, the most powerful exotic to run for the Voidwalker is Ophidian Aspect. This gauntlet gives you improved energy drain, quick draw, quick reload speed on every weapon, quick melee speed, and increased throw distance. This is basically every perk that you try to get for your gauntlets, all packed into one amazing pair of arms. All of the high tier and competitive players are all running Ophidian Aspect right now, so I would definitely recommend you put that on. The other options, of course, you can't leave out Nothing Manacles, gives you a double scatter grenade. Void Fang Vestments here gives you a full grenade when you spawn, and your Axion Bolt gets an additional seeker. And last but not least, the Ram gives you lifesteal on every melee, and you get that bonus armor perk. Those are all solid options to run, but like I said, I would definitely stick with the Ophidian Aspect. Now as far as intellect, discipline, and strength go, you can see I have maxed my intellect and my discipline. Those are the two most important perks for the Voidwalker. The main reason for this is that you're not going to be meleeing people all the time, and having a minute-long cooldown is just fine. You can use your lifesteal and get it back a minute later, but with this, you can toss those grapes every 25 seconds. As far as guns go, Voidwalker is one of the most flexible classes. You can run a Last Word Sniper, or you can run a Pulse Rifle Shotgun, or a High Impact Scout Rifle, Hand Cannon, No Land. Really, with the Voidwalker, you can run almost every single combination of weapons and do just fine. It's not like Stormcaller, where it's really recommended that you run a shotgun. The Voidwalker is versatile enough to do both. Alright, let's jump into the subclass. So right now, Axion Bolt is the go-to grenade. All of the high competitive players all use this grenade. It tracks an absurdly long amount of time, it does a ton of damage, and it can really help you just put enough damage on somebody that you can finish them off with a one-tap of the last word or a palindrome. So I'd say it's a pretty good grenade. You just have to toss it in the general direction and watch it chase your opponent for 20 feet while you can push in on the position. The Vortex grenade I would consider to be buns right now. It's not a very good grenade, the area of impact is not great, and when you're playing Voidwalker you don't have a smoke to add with it, so it just leaves you tossing an orb that sits on the ground and does some damage for a while. Scatter grenade is good, but if you're going to run scatter grenade, make sure you have on Nothing Manacles. Alright, when it comes to glide, I swap back and forth between two things: Focus Burst and Blink. Focus Burst is great because you can tap and hover around the map at great speed considering you're a Warlock, and Blink is always good because that is a great way to distract your opponents as you blink up above them. So I would go 50-50 here. I usually mix it up and go back and forth between the two, but you're welcome to choose whichever one you feel more comfortable using. Nova Bomb, I tried for the longest time to use Lance, and a lot of the competitive players will use this, but in the end I ended up using Vortex because I threw one too many Nova Bombs off the edge of the map and just couldn't take it anymore. Shatter is really good for 6s because it allows you to hit a really wide target compared to Vortex, which hits one spot and leaves that Vortex behind to do lingering burn damage. So if you're going to be playing 6s and you want to be getting triple downs on a cap point, I would run Shatter, but if you're playing Trials of Osiris and you're trying to prevent a res, I would run Vortex. With Energy Drain, it depends on your exotic, but Lifesteal is a wonderful perk and will get you out of a lot of 1v1 up close situations. You can shotgun melee, and if you're able to do damage to that opponent, it immediately starts regenerating your health and gets you back up to almost 75%. Soul Rip is very good, but I would only run Soul Rip if I'm running the Ram helmet. That gives you both Lifesteal and Soul Rip so that you can melee your opponents, regen your health, and then get your Nova Bomb back even quicker. With the Voidwalker, you're going to spend a lot of time floating up in the air. That being said, don't worry about your agility. max your armor and max your recovery. Recovery is a Voidwalker's best friend. The developers at Bungie have told us time and time again that the Voidwalker is a glass cannon class. It's meant to do a ton of damage but not have that much health. Recovery is what prevents you from just being wiped out from your opponents. You can take some damage, dip behind cover, recover all the way to 100%, and then head back into the fight like nothing happened. If you're a blade dancer and you get down to low health, you really have to hide out for 10 seconds almost before your health gets full again. Alright, so these next perks really chain well together. Annihilate makes your grenades even more powerful, as well as your Nova Bomb. And Embrace the Void, when you kill enemies with your grenade or your Nova Bomb, it triggers energy drain and it restores your health. This means if your health is getting low, enemies are shooting at you, you pop your Nova Bomb right away, you're going to get that immediate health regen and probably live through a situation you normally would have died in. The other kind of unnoticeable thing about Embrace the Void is that grenade kills trigger energy drain. Energy drain is a boost that recovers your grenade at a ridiculously fast speed. Basically, if you kill someone with a grenade, you can almost guarantee that you're going to get your grenade back right away, especially if you're running tier 5 discipline. That's one of the reasons I think it's so important. We have tested Angry Magic numerous times, but the Nova Bomb tracking is just weak. Your Nova Bomb doesn't really move that fast. Enemies can get out of the way. You might as well put on something that makes it more powerful rather than trying to track down your opponents. This is especially true if you run Shatter. Now the Hunger is a good perk, but with the Ophidian Aspect gloves, they kind of take care of this for you and you don't really need this perk. Plus, Energy Drain with tier 5 discipline really gets your grenade up enough to where you can wait a couple seconds and get it again, so this perk is not exactly vital. Vortex Mastery is very, very powerful. This is what I would run if I didn't run Embrace the Void. This allows your Axion Bolt Seekers to seek even farther, and the Vortex effect on your Nova Bomb lasts even longer. So if you're not about that health regen and you are just running and gunning, then put on Vortex Mastery and your grenades are going to chase the opponents even farther back into their spawn. Bloom is good, but there's not that many times where I think, oh, the explosion from this enemy is really going to get me an extra kill. Combustion from Golden Gun, that's one thing because that's kind of the best perk in that column, but Bloom is the kind of thing where if you're meleeing an opponent in 1v1 and they explode, you're probably not going to get a double kill there most of the time. I would rather get that health regen, but that's just my personal preference. Like I said, you guys are free to use whatever you like. Alright guys, that is pretty much it for me. I hope this was helpful to you, so get out there and kick some butt with the Voidwalker, and let me know what you guys are running down below in the comments. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you did enjoy the video, smash that like button, and I will see you guys in the next Destiny video. Alright guys, peace.
Yeah.